Hey guys, Mike Walker here, coming to you from my home office today. And today I really wanted to just talk about handling objections if you're actively prospecting people. The two biggest things that I find that you really need to understand when you're actively prospecting is, one, you have to have posture. And number two, you have to always be in a hurry. You don't want to get caught up in having to answer 1,000 questions about a product or service that you have that you're trying to get somebody into. So number one thing that I would tell you to do is, if you're out actively prospecting somebody, say you're in the mall and you see somebody who's dressed sharp. You may stop and say, "Hey man, you sure do look sharp today." That right there is going to stop somebody in their tracks just because you compliment them. It can be something else, but the biggest thing to understand is just compliment somebody, because people don't get complimented anymore. So if you take the time to notice something on somebody and just compliment them about it, you're going to stop them dead in their tracks. Once you have them stopped, you don't want to take a long time, because remember, you're in a hurry. You have someplace to be. You have a conference call, remember? So say, "Hey man, I don't have a whole lot of time, but I wanted to stop you and ask you a question, man. Do you keep your options open when it comes to making some side money?" They're going to tell you yes or no. If they tell you yes, then the next thing you're going to tell them is, would you be open to a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing? If they say yes, say, "Cool man, let me get your name and your number, and I'll get back with you and give you the information," and you're done. But we all know that all of them aren't going to go like that, right? So here's what you do if you get the objection. So if you stop them in their tracks and you ask them, say, "Hey man, do you keep your options open when it comes to making a side income?" And they say, "Sure I do." "Well, cool man, would you be interested in a side project if it didn't interfere with what you're currently doing?" The next question they may ask you is, "Well, what is it?" Say, "Well man, I'd love to tell you, but I have a conference call I got to get on like real quick, so I don't have a whole lot of time, but if you give me your information, I promise that I'll get back in touch with you." Now notice what I said. I promise I'll get in touch with you. If you make a promise to somebody, you're giving that prospect that assuredness that you're going to call them. People don't promise much anymore, right? But if you say, "I promise I'll get back in touch with you and give you the information later on," they're going to say, "Okay." But what if they don't? What if they're still kind of uneasy? Because keep in mind, this is somebody you just met 2 seconds ago. What if they say, "Well, I don't know, man. Tell me a little bit about it." Say, "Really, man, I wish I could, but I really got to go." And if they still just keep putting you off, say, "Well, hey, man, I appreciate your time, but I really got to go," and walk away. Just walk away. 9 times out of 10, when you say, "Man, I don't have time, I got to go," and you walk away because of that posture you had, as soon as you take that first step to walk away from them, they're going to stop you. "Hey man, I'll give you my name and my number. Call me later." Say, "Cool man, thanks, I appreciate it." Shake their hand, out the door, gone. That's it. Conversation's over. You got to walk away. Remember, you're in a hurry. You have a conference call, right? You're busy. So that's one really good way to do it. Another way too is, if you're new to marketing, you may not know a lot of stuff. Another way to actually do it is to be honest and tell them. Say, "Man, I really don't know all the ins and outs of it, but my company's got a really cool video, and I'd love to get your information and just give you this video so you can take a look at it and see if it's something that'll work for you." Give that to them. There's no pressure there. They're going to look at a video. If they like it, great. They'll talk to you more about it. If they don't, okay. Move on to the next one. There's no pressure there. Who's going to resist looking at a video? No pressure, right? You're not pinning them to the floor and making them watch nothing. So it's just posture. You have to have that posture about yourself when you're talking to them. If you tell them in the very beginning, "I'm in a hurry," then you need to be in a hurry. So I hope you guys got some value out of this. I hope it helped somebody out there. If it did, please like it, share it. Please comment it, tag your teammates, tag your friends. If you know somebody who's struggling with active prospecting, struggling with how to get over those objections. So for more information and more marketing tips, you can go to my blog at onlinewithmikewalker.com. Over there, I actually give you some more tips on active prospecting, and there's also tips over there on marketing, and also some good products and services and things that I recommend as well. So I hope you guys have a great day. Take care and be blessed. Bye-bye.